though, guys. Like, do we think Tottenham with Conte have a chance of winning the Champions League this year?
No.
Let me sum up Tottenham's Champions League hopes.
I play that. La 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 la.
Wait.
You're right. You're right.
Infringement.
Whoa. Tottenham are going to come third in their group because we all know Conte sucks in Europe. And they'll go into the Europa League. I think Tottenham will be a lot more focused on the league this season because they themselves know the Champions League chances aren't fantastic. And I think they'll just do whatever, like they'll do what they can in the Europa League. I don't think they'll exert themselves or use like Kane and Son excessively in that competition. And I think it's just very much very much focused on the league campaign and maybe picking up a domestic trophy. But in the champs, I just think I can see them coming third in their group, if I'm being honest.
I'm backing Roy. I've said, people ask, who do you think will win the Europa League? I said Spurs. Like Spurs, like he will.
A Spurs Arsenal final will be very, very interesting.
Wait, nah, it will be tasty, bro. It will be tasty. But I just don't trust Conte, bro. I don't trust Conte in this Champions League.
The furthest he's made it is the quarterfinals, and that's across his entire career. In the Champions League, he's played something like 47. How many is it? 34 matches. Sorry, and won 12 of them.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like
you can't hack it
in the Champions League, and again, you're also with Spurs. So at any moment in the champs, Spurs he can just kick in, just like that. You know what I mean? And I know you're gonna say, but they got to a final. I know they've got to a final, bro. I know, but that juice is gone. Poch is no longer here. You've already tried Jose, that flopped. Then man, we're in. I don't see how they got away with this last year. Them man were in Conference League and didn't even make out the group stage. I don't see how anyone.
Yeah, no one said anything. Nobody said anything about
it. I remember I brought it up, and they were like, people were like, but yeah, it's just Spurs though, and it's just no, bro. They should have been winning the Conference League, fam. Like they're good enough to do it.
Yeah, they lost to some like Estonian team, and everyone just brushed it under the carpet after a couple of days. Like who are NK Mura?
Like they got more.
Anyone else lost to them, they would have been fried.
This is what I mean. Like they got more heat for getting knocked out the European League, bro.
They did get fried, but it's all relative. Spurs are not as big as Chelsea. They're not as big as Arsenal. They're not as big as City. And I'm not even saying they're not as big as the other two teams because it's an embarrassment to even compare the two. It's ridiculous. Like Spurs are a small club in comparison to the European giants, and they're finding their way. But they do have, and the thing is, they have Antonio Conte, who I think is a brilliant league manager. This man has more. I think Antonio Conte has more to prove in the Champions League this year than Pep. And the reason that I say that is this: Pep Guardiola every year, it's Pep's got to win it. Pep's got to win it. Pep's got to win it. Conte's got to win a knockout game. Like Antonio Conte is regarded one of the top managers in the world. He's never won a Champions League knockout round. For me, I think that's why I always separate. But when you can't separate, you can. As a league manager, Antonio Conte is one of the best in the business, no doubt. In terms of overall quality across Europe, if he hasn't won a Champions League knockout game, and I don't believe if he has won a Champions League knockout game, tell me I'm wrong. How can you be considered one of the greatest when you haven't won a round in the knockout?
He has done, but it was against Celtic in 2012.
Celtic.
I forgot about that.
He won one round. I mean, okay, one against Celtic, and that's Scottish football now in the not even in the noughties, in like the teenies or whenever it was, the 2020s.
2013.
Like, 2013. Okay, so a decade ago he won a knockout round. What's he done since? Like honestly, any Spurs fan who thinks they're winning this Champions League because they have Antonio Conte, it is beyond delusional.
Right, and I swear, the year that they got to the Europa League final against Sevilla, which again, they're the better team and should have won. Hold tight, Sevilla Europa League heritage though, mad. They finished third in their group with, I think, was it Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and Shakhtar Donetsk. Is that the group that they finished third with, or am I just? I think
so. No. I think it is.
Like,
I'll find out for you now.
Out of those four teams, you expect Inter to come second.
Barca, Dortmund, and Slavia Prague.
Wait, that was their group,
mm-hmm.
and they came third.
Mm-hmm.
That's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Got 7 points. Dortmund got 10. Barca got 14. Slavia Prague got 2.
It's a disgrace. I'm sorry, no.
The thing is, in the Europa
That's not
League,
because that's not prime. That's not prime Barca either. It's not
No,
prime
that-
Barcelona.
Yeah, that was washed Barca. Let's be honest.
like
that was the Barca that
proven.
got beat 8-2. That was the Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly.
That
They were
a
shit.
couple of time got
There
beat
it is.
8-2.
There it is. And for Spurs fans, this is to be fair, this is more about Conte than it is about Spurs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just Conte in the Champions League. I have no.
The thing is, in the Europa League, he's got a really good record. He's got a 71% win rate in the Europa League. And in the
Is that really
Champions League,
something
it's
to
like
brag about?
35.
Listen, like, if you want to talk Europa League, they just bring up Unai Emery. That's what you call a Europa League master. Because Conte never even won the Europa League.
Yeah. You know what, guys? I'll just say it again in case anyone that I want to make sure I say this right this time. Antonio Conte has more to prove this year than Pep Guardiola. He's won one knockout round of the Champions League in his career. And that was, as you guys said, 9 years ago. I've seen Tottenham fans say, we might not win the league, but I think we can pick up the Champions League. And I'm not even saying this to be funny. Spurs have more chance of winning the Premier League than they do the Champions League, based on their logic that their manager is the reason that they're going to do well in the league. Well, if you're basing it on Antonio Conte's history, you should have almost zero faith of doing anything deep in this Champions League. And I think you couple that in with Spursy being Spursy, especially in quarterfinals, semi-finals, and/or finals of games. Like it makes me laugh that Chelsea fans, the way that Tottenham fans are kind of like said Chelsea won't do nothing this year, Arsenal won't do nothing this year, but we will. I don't know what they're basing it on. I don't understand where Tottenham fans this season have developed such chess from. A lot of them are saying, oh, we might do it. We could achieve this. I'm excited about what's going to happen. I get that. But some are talking like you've been here, done it, and worn the T-shirt. Your manager hasn't. Like, I swear Harry Redknapp has won more knockout games in the Champions League than Antonio Conte. It's an absolute madness to me that they think they're going to win this thing. I'm not even throwing salt. I'm just being serious. Like, it's embarrassing to hear some of the comments come out of their mouth. This is such a hard...
No, literally, I asked Patrick, I asked George, I asked a Spurs fan called Max, who we looking to get on the terrace. I asked Alan Clark. I've asked Spurs fans to come on. And granted, they're busy. You know what I mean? They are busy. They've got work and lives to live. So fair enough. But I wanted one here because I want to hear how on earth they will do it. You know what I mean? From their perspective, how on earth they will even reach the quarterfinals. I want to know. Because I don't think...
Look, they're just going to pick the 3 easiest teams they can get and say, yeah, if we go through, and then they'll pick another easy team they can get from another group and say, oh, if we win that, then we're in the quarterfinal. That's how they predict their way. Like, Tottenham should have no hope for this competition. You should just hope for a couple decent away days, and that's about it. Like, this whole we can go all the way, we can get to the semi-finals. It's not happening. You'll get to the quarters if you have a drawn tournament.
Jan's getting some PTSD still. I can see it in the corners. Like, don't
yeah. Jan hears Spurs in the quarterfinals, and her heart starts.
No, we're good. You know what? Like, that game would have to be 100-0. I don't care. I don't want to see no 1-0, no 2-0, 100-0. That's it. But no, I don't know. Like, I think with Spurs, I wouldn't class, like, obviously anyone that's in it can win it. Like, it's essentially, it can happen, but I don't see it. I think maybe if they had a Jose, like they had before, like with Jose Mourinho in knockout games, you know, he could maybe do it, but I don't think with the current manager. I don't know. Like, I get what people are saying about Pep. Pep's under a lot of pressure, not from the club as much as people think. The club are kind of like, we want Pep, we like what he's doing. Obviously, they want the Champions League, but it's not an essential, otherwise he would have been sacked. But he's under pressure. I know what Pep's like. He'll put the pressure on himself. He'll want to win it. But at the same time, he has actually won it twice. So if you think about how many managers have won, only Zidane and Ancelotti out of the managers that are there now have won it more than him. So I think he's okay. I don't think he's under as much pressure as people like to make out, but he is under pressure to win it. City itself are under pressure to win it. And I don't know when it's going to happen. I did predict 4 years ago that we'd win it in 4 years' time. So technically...
It's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, but I don't know. We'll see.
Time's up, Jan. It's now or never.
No, literally, it's caught up with me.
Yeah.
Wait.
And I know, look, people say to me, Terry, you say you don't deal in absolutes. I'm not saying Spurs can't win it. That's literally not what's leaving my mouth. I see a few people in the comments. I'm not saying they can't win it. I'm not saying it's an impossibility. I just don't understand where the confidence comes from, as if to say, like, you've got fans of City, fans of Barca, fans of Madrid. You've got fans of Madrid that are like, oh, we won it last year. It's going to be really hard to go back to back. I don't know if we can do it again this year. We've got some young players. Some of our guys are a bit older. I hear more Madrid fans being more humble about this than Spurs fans. It's crazy to me. We've got some more super chats.